Hey, hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today's video is an exciting one. Obviously, I'm collabing with Shawnee and Erica. Again, we're doing the Valentine's Day collab. So it's 10 this or that questions and then 10 like relationship type questions. So going to just whack on some eyeshadows, answer the questions, and have a good time. Hopefully you're up for that. If you are and you're not subscribed, I think it's time. Just click the little button and, we'll commit to this relationship. It's Valentine's Day. Like, what better time? I'm not going to super focus on the eyeshadows that I'm using, but I figured I'd tell you real quick the palettes. I'm going to use some of my Nomad Air travel palette for probably this lightest matte, because I really want to use specifically one shade in this palette, but I will definitely end up using a few. This is the Nomad Whistler Snow Lodge, and I want to use this shade real bad. So, we've got this brown, we've got, this neutral down here. So we've got some options. So that's the plan. So hopefully I can pull this off. I should be able to. So we're just gonna whack on some eyeshadows and answer the questions. All right, let's just get into it. I'm gonna start out with that Let's Take Off shade from the Nomad Travel palette on this little fluffy brush that I got from Doe Color. It's the 07. I really like these brushes. Okay, first question is red or pink? I am full on going to pick red. I know what Shawnee's gonna pick. I'm not sure about Erica. Pretty sure about Erica. But yeah, I definitely pick red. Number 2 is X's or O's? I want to say both, but if I had to choose just one, it would be X's. Smoochies. Number 3 is candy hearts or chocolate hearts? Chocolate. All the way. I love chocolate. Number 4 is roses or candy? I'm gonna go with candy. I'm just not big into roses, and I don't know. Sometimes it feels weird getting, dead flowers. I'm never upset to get flowers, but I don't know. Given a choice, it would be candy or a kitchen appliance. I'm that girl. Number 5, romantic night out or romantic night in? I'm pretty much always going to choose in. I like being in. Number 6 is go out to dinner or your partner makes you dinner. Ooh, I would like someone to make me dinner. It'd be even better if it was my partner. So yeah. Which is funny because actually Mike does do pretty much all of the cooking now. And by cooking, I pretty much mean like nuking or ordering. He cooks sometimes, but he works a lot and it's harder to make time to cook unless it's like the weekend. I think I'm gonna use the second darkest shade in this palette called Up, Up, and Away before I go into the Whistler Snow Lodge. Number 7 is watch a rom-com or a scary movie? Definitely a rom-com. I'm never gonna be the girl who wants to watch a scary movie. That is just not ever gonna be something I'm into. I am too scared of pretty much everything to ever want to watch a scary movie. Number 8 is receive an expensive gift or a homemade gift. Okay, here's my position. I don't care. Literally one way or the other. I just want the gift to be thoughtful, like full on because you saw it and thought of me, or, made it and thought of me. The price tag does not matter one little bit. Number 9 is jewelry or perfume? I'm gonna go with jewelry. I just recently kind of I've always liked perfume, but I've just recently kind of gotten into wanting to, kind of expand my perfume collection, because for years I had one and then I had two. But I'm not really into perfume a whole lot. And like I said, I'm getting into it, but I really like jewelry. All the jewelry. Fun, you know, cheap earrings, or, you know, rings. Not cheap rings, because I pretty much wear the same rings all the time. But yeah, definitely jewelry. Now I'm going into the Nomad Whistler Snow Lodge palette into Gone Skiing for that dark brown. And the last question for this or that is stuffed animal or box of chocolates? 46 years old. I'm not really looking for stuffies of any kind, unless, of course, you are Harold Rock and know exactly what to get me. Yeah, I don't need stuffies. I'm not a fan of stuffed anythings. I have a couple. Like Mike got me a heart that says love you, maybe? Pillow, like stuffy, that's on the couch. It was in here, but nobody can see it in here, and it was very sweet, so I put it on the couch. But that's like pretty much it. And then, you know, any stuffed things I do have, our youngest granddaughter decides that, you know, she needs it. I was putting something in the closet, and she saw my, I have a shrine bear Mike got me years ago, like when he first joined the shrine, the Shriners. And she saw it and she said, I need that bear. And I was just like, you need it? And so, yeah, now when she comes over, she comes in here and gets the one stuffy I have. If you want to know what it is, I'll leave it in the description box because it's not kid friendly. And then she'll go in and get the bear. She's so funny. Okay, this is where we are right now. I think it's time to dip into some shimmer shades, and then we'll answer the other 10 questions. I'm gonna go with So Amusing from the Snow Lodge palette on my Singe Beauty EO1. Now, questions about you and your partner. Number 1, how long have you been together? Mike and I have been together almost 16 years. March will be 16 years. That's a long time. It's pretty cool. Number 2, what do you love the most about your partner? I feel like pretty much everything. He's just a good dude. He's a good dude. He's kind. Kids and animals like him. So, you know, that says a lot about a person. He's funny. But he's a good man, I think, is probably like the best thing about him. Number 3, what do you think they love the most about you? I would say, I mean, honestly, I used to be a pretty good cook, and he was a big fan of that. I forgot to think about this one. You know, I don't know. I feel like you'd probably have to ask him what he loves the most about me, because that's not something I can answer, I don't think. Just gonna blend over that shimmer a little bit. What's next? What's the most romantic thing your partner has ever done for you? Well, honestly, I mean, he's just amazing. But about 10 years ago, I almost starved to death. Long story. It was a ruckus. But the hospital had to give me a boatload of potassium, like kind of fast. And anytime my potassium gets too low or I get too much at once, my hands will cramp up. I won't be able to open my fingers. And this happened, and he had to feed me. And that was pretty darn sweet. Had I not been hospitalized, it would have been romantic, but It was definitely one of the sweetest things he's ever done. Number 5, what nickname do you have for your partner? I call Mike Baby Cakes. It started out mostly because I'm going to go into Ski In, which is like a nice bright shade, because he is not at all Baby Cakes material. Like, he is, you know, long hair, tough motorcycle riding, you know, he's a dude's dude. Uh-oh. Oh, my earring just fell out. Super. That's gonna bug me so badly when I'm editing this to see that it was falling out. I didn't even notice. So yeah, to call him Baby Cakes was kind of like an oxymoron type thing, and it just stuck. It's what I've called him for almost 16 years. Number 6, what is your partner's best physical feature? He's got some seriously good physical features. He's got gorgeous, long, silver and brown hair. I used to think he had amazing legs. Like, something about his calves just rocked my socks. He's got spectacular light blue eyes. Yeah, he's pretty good to look at. I like it a lot. Number 7, what is something your partner does that always makes you laugh? Something your partner does that always makes you laugh. Okay, this is kind of like super like inside joke kind of material, but way back in the day when we were, you know, first kind of hanging out and texting like you do when, you know, everything's all new and exciting, I had texted him, I meant to say yep to a question, and I ended up typing out EP and hit send before I realized I'd done it. And still, all these years later, he will respond to my any kind of like questions or whatever with ep. And that just, it always makes me laugh. I think it's hilarious. And, you know, cute that he remembers that that was the thing. We have 3 questions left, so I figure I'll go off camera, clean up the mess I made, do the rest of my face, finish up my eyes, and then I'll come back, show you the final look, and answer the last 3 questions. They're good ones, so you're going to want to stick around. All right, I'm back and my eyes are done. I'll give you a quick scooch in for an up-close reconnoiter. Okay, last 3 questions. Number 8, what is your song as a couple? This one, like, we don't have an actual song, like we missed that boat. But we were on our way back from a trip, I think Canada, and a song came on I'd never heard, and it was In Spite of Ourselves by John Prine and Iris DeMint. And I mean, not all of the lyrics are full on, you know, me and Mike, but so many of them are. But the chorus is In Spite of Ourselves, we'll end up sitting on Rainbow. And I think, I don't know, it seemed like our song, like all the craziness, all the whatevers, and we're still gonna be okay. So that's what I think our song would be. Number 9, what is your usual date spot? We don't have one. We're not that kind of couple. We've been together 16 years. So, like, you know, it's been a minute, and I don't know, we don't really do date stuff. We used to like hang out with our friends on Friday nights and, you know, we do whatever, but I feel like now it's just laying in bed watching the Great British Bake Show or The Crown, something. Oh, super exciting. And the last question, number 10, how often do you tell each other you love each other? Okay, weird thing, I know neither Mike or I have ever said the L word to each other. For me, like, I don't know, we've had relationships, both of us. I was married before, twice, and I don't know. I think for me, words have power. So I don't know, it just never seemed like the right thing to say. I tend to use "I adore you" as our term of endearment, like our little love word, if you will. Yeah, I don't know. I think sometimes words are overused, and I didn't want to use one I'd used before. So that's why I've never said it, but I tell him I adore him on the reg. Sometimes when he's making me cranky, and I'm just like, you're cute and I adore you. But that's where I guess 16 years of being together will get you. So I don't know. I would love to hear some of your answers in the comment section if you want to answer any of these. I know relationship questions can be tricky, and I did run them by Mike before I decided to do them. It never occurred to me to do that, but then I thought, well, I mean, I am talking about him, and even though it's like my feelings, my perspective, there is some, there's stuff about him too, and he was fine with it. So anyway, definitely I'm excited to see Erica and Shawnee's answers to these questions. I think it's going to be so much fun. I'll, of course, link their channels down below so you can go and see in case you haven't watched them yet, which I'm sure if you're here, you've been there. So hopefully you like this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, I appreciate hanging out with me today. Be good and remember to be kind to you.